Welcome to my YouTube channel for Ciara's Pod. Today's episode will be a research question. Should students take any class they want and avoid the ones they don't want in high school? This will be just the audio version for the YouTube channel. I hope you guys like it. Make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe. And let me know what you guys think. So let's get straight into the podcast episode. Okay, y'all, I'm going to get straight into it right now. So, the question again, I'm going to say again, should students be allowed to take any subject they want in high school and avoid the ones they don't like? So, when I think of this question, my brain is kind of like, okay, I understand what the question's saying, but I'm thinking in terms of it depends. So, are we talking about should students be allowed to take any subject they want in terms of the school basing off curriculum, off career goals and aspirations with what the high school student wants to do in the future. But then again, the question does state, should students be allowed to take any subject they want in high school and avoid the ones they don't like? So I was also thinking, is it just in terms of subjects? Can they just not take math if they don't care for math and don't even think math would be important to their career? Or maybe it's just in general, will it just be about what the student wants for their future in terms of career goals or what they just think would be what they just want to do in terms of like how they want to learn? Like, okay, algebra. I don't want to take algebra. I'm just going to avoid that and forget it. As just a choice. But how will that even work? I think that if it were for students to choose, it would have to be only subjects that would just be aligned with a certain career or aligned with certain goals or aspirations. For example, if a high school student is aspiring to be a doctor, then all their classes should be based on medical related things like studying biology, chemistry, maybe learning history also as well in terms of like how the medical field has progressed throughout the years, things like that. And then just courses just related to being a doctor and maybe in other senses of how like being a doctor can be related to other subjects as well. Um, maybe even adding like foreign language in terms of learning how to say certain medical terms in Spanish. If a student were to come across a patient who does not speak English, stuff like that, I feel like that would tie in way easier. Just subjects that would tie into their career aspirations, but nothing in terms of just you're just gonna learn this and but it turns out you never really needed it. I think that in general, high school should be modeled similarly to college and trade schools and schools that are just based off what the student wants to learn and what careers they want to be. So, like for example, there's trade schools and colleges that are for people who want to be nurses or medical assistants. There's schools for students that want to be chefs. There's schools for students that want to pursue a career in information technology. We always see the ECPI commercials, the community college commercials, just different commercials, and they'll say in 4.5 years or 3.5 years, stuff like that, that you'll get your degree and get a job in this amount of years. Well, I think it would just only be smart, especially for those who pay taxes, that schools should be helpful in towards children getting great careers that would benefit them as well as benefiting us at the same time. For those of you who care about children and children's rights, do you believe it's important that children deserve to get what they deserve in the 4 years of high school, just as similar as someone who's applied to college and getting the experiences they get for paying thousands and thousands of dollars 4 years? I'm trying to make like a comparison here. Like, if students are going to be in high school for 4 years or even more than that, apparently that's going to be a new thing now, but I need to do more research on that. But it's like, okay, 4 years of high school. It's the last 4 years of public school, and then after that, it's over with. There's maybe a job afterwards, or college, or just maybe taking a break. But it's like, okay, so for many students, it's like the almost like the end, but it's not really the end. It should be more of like, okay, now that I'm out of high school, I have a plan of what I want to do, and it's gonna set off. But for many students, it's not the case. But I think high school should be centered around, okay, high school is important, and college is seen as the most important thing after high school. How about we just not focus on that specifically and just focus on real world things, such as learning about real American history? I'll go more into that in another episode soon. Um, Learning about personal finance, learning more about sexual education for both for men, women, and just in general. Even learning more about the LGBTQ plus community and their in the history, Black history, just real world things that are always in the real world around social media, but then students are not aware of those things, and often it leads to ignorance. So why are we wasting tax dollars on things that are not even going to help children learn? Learning about the same thing every year. It's just it's just going around in circles, just like I'm talking about this at this point. But do you guys agree or disagree? What do you guys think about this question? I honestly think that students should avoid classes in terms of taking classes that would help them in their career goals and helping them or learning about the real world. So, my final thoughts on this question, I think that generally high school should just be modeled similar to colleges and trade schools, in that school funding should be more towards courses such as, like, I know back in high school they had a place called New Horizons, and it was down the street, and there was also one in the next city over, about like 20 minutes out, and they had dental programs. I know they also had, I think, like a salon program. Um, they had medical programs in general as well, and I believe they have other ones. I just can't think of them right now. Also, I know my city in general, also, they have programs that different programs and colleges that come to high school and try to promote their. But I think that in general, high school should already have these programs set for it, like having culinary schools aside, and then chemistry related things for people who want to be pharmacy techs. All of those should be provided by our tax dollars and not be wasted on things that are not even benefiting anyone, such as a new gymnasium, a new sports. Yes, sports is important, but what about others people's things that they want to do, like art and history and math things? Just there's more to life than just wanting to just bring prep to the school. What is the school going to offer your child? Just like college. Not thinking about college. How about high school just be more than just, okay, you need this just for anything, and then go to college. That's it. I can go deeper into that, but for now, I'm going to end this episode off here. Thank you guys so much if you have made it to the end. Once again, I'm going to say it again. Thank you so much for listening. I'm going to provide all my social media links in the description boxes, as well as linking my website and everything else that's important, as well as my email. So, if you guys want to put in your 2 cents on this question, please feel free to shoot me an email or post any comments on my website, Facebook, TikTok, whatever links I have now. Send me an audio message on my Anchor website. All those things you can do if you want to chime in. So, yeah, thank you guys so much for listening. I hope you guys have an amazing day. And yeah, I will talk to you guys later.